Hello, callers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Ilkay Gundogan. As Ilkay Gundogan to Barcelona is a year we go. It is a done deal officially. We are going to be discussing on that huge development as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Laporta, as the Barca Supremo is happy with transfer so far, as he says, world-class players prioritize Barcelona. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. In a huge piece of news, Roger Torello of Mundo Deportivo is reporting that FC Barcelona have completed the signing of Manchester City captain Ilkay Gundogan. The 32-year-old midfielder is understood to have signed his contract with the Blaugrana ahead of a Bosman transfer. Gundogan had jumped to the top of the transfer wish list at Barcelona following their failure to resign Lionel Messi. The Catalans face intense competition from Man City, who were keen on renewing their legend, while Arsenal and clubs in Saudi Arabia also wanted him. However, Barcelona have sealed the deal, having laid the groundwork for a deal over a period of several months now. The report states that Gundogan has completed the signing of his contract for Barcelona in Munich, where director Matteo Alemany had flown today to get the deal done. It is believed that the German international has inked a deal for 2 years with an option for an additional year. The option for the extension will be conditioned on him playing more than 50% of the matches he is available for during his second year at the club. Gundogan's contract is understood to consist of a release clause worth 500 million euros, with the midfielder also completing his medicals in Germany. RAC1 provides more details about the 32-year-old's contract, stating that the deal will run until 2026. Furthermore, Gundogan is understood to have accepted gross wages of around 9 million euros per year, taking a substantial pay cut compared to what he used to earn at the Etihad Stadium. One of the main concerns in the midfielder scam was his registration upon signing for Barcelona, but the club are confident that it will not be an issue and have provided the 32-year-old guarantees over the same. Given the level of Gundogan display this past season, he promises to be an exceptional signing for Barcelona, more so considering his ability to play as an interior midfielder or in the pivot position, while his vast experience will also rub off on young talents like Pedri and Gavi. Indeed, Ilkay Gundogan's addition to the Barca squad next season will be really huge. And considering the quality that this guy has, I think he's a great signing, no doubt about that. We have been linked with Ilkay Gundogan for such a long time. Uncountable reports about the move, about links elsewhere, about competition for Ilkay and so on and so forth. And finally, FC Barcelona have won the race for Ilkay Gundogan. This is a guy who was linked to Saudi Arabian clubs who offered way more than what Barca could offer. Arsenal as well was showing strong interest, and of course, financially, they are better than us. They offered Ilkay Gundogan better than what Barca had to offer. But this guy chose to come to Barca and earn way less than what he was even earning at Manchester City, all because of the love he has for this club. As Fabrizio Romano himself, said, Ilkay Gundogan have been craving Barcelona all his life. It has been his childhood dream to play for Barcelona, and he never wanted to miss out on this opportunity. And so he did catch the opportunity. And I think he had already made up his mind even before everything, because when Pep Guardiola came out to the media saying that we want him to stay, we are doing our best to convince him. And of course, I think nothing could change his mind by that time. Because after the Champions League, he made no statement. He was so quiet, and Man City were hoping that he might favor them to renew his contract. And this is a guy who have really been dreaming of playing for Barcelona as a child, according to what transfer expert Fabrizio Romano himself said. So I think that's the first major signing that it is already clear that it is a done deal. Vitor Roque's on signing, which was last week, according to reports, there are still some little bit of things to be finalized, and so far, Barcelona are very, very confident that the deal for Vitor Roque as well will be a done deal. It's just a matter of time that we'll get everything official. So I think Ilkay Gundogan, in addition to the midfielder that we already have, like Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Gavi, of course, Frankie, Pablo Torre, even though some of them might be sold, especially Pablo Torre and Frankie, I think his additions, it will be a very good blend of experience and young talents and youth. And of course, it's quite amazing to see how they will perform next season as Javi Hernandez wants to, wants to compete, wants to take Barcelona to the highest level. And of course, strengthening the midfield is the priorities that Javi himself have admitted that this summer will be all about strengthening that midfield before anything else. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. Speaking at the launch of Barca Vision, Barca president Joan Laporta expressed his pleasure of how things were going for the club in the transfer market so far. The Blaugrana missed out on the signing of former captain and club icon Lionel Messi, who opted to move to Inter Miami instead. However, despite faltering in their pursuit of the Argentine, Barcelona have closed on the capture of Inigo Martinez on a free transfer while also signing 18-year-old defensive prodigy Mikhail Faye. And earlier today, the Catalan heavyweight also sealed the signing of Manchester City captain Ilkay Gundogan on a free transfer. The 32-year-old will join the La Liga champions on a 2-year contract with an option for an additional 12 months. During his media appearance, Laporta was asked about the signing of Gundogan, to which he responded with a giant thumbs up. And when asked about the club's transfer plans heading into the summer, the Barca Supremo was pleased how things were going for them, stating that the top players continue to wish to join Barca. He said the market is responding adequately, it is responding well, and that's as far as I can rate. I have to tell you that world-class players continue to prioritize coming to Barca, Laporta said, as quoted by Sport. With the signing of Gundogan now in the bag, Barca will shift their focus on getting the deal done for Vitor Roque across the line. An agreement has already been reached with Atletico Paranaense over a transfer worth 35 million plus 10 million in add-ons. A top pivot midfielder also continues to be a top priority for Xavi Hernandez as they look to replace departing captain Sergio Busquets before the start of new season. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.